love to fly up in the sky. Through the clouds I reach so high, climbing up to touch the light. Adventure calls me day and night. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. The stars above begin to shine, painting trails so bright and fine. Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the drum's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. I love to fly up in the sky. Through the clouds I reach so high, climbing up to touch the light. Adventure calls me day and night. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. The stars above begin to shine, painting trails so bright and fine. Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the drum's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soared into the light.
Hello everyone. So First of all, welcome. First flight of the year and special livery from Lufthansa. Now, I ran into some minor issues. Apparently, this particular paint job doesn't have a cabin, which is ironic, to be honest, because, Inibuilds built a Lufthansa cabin, but for some reason, this paint job doesn't have a cabin. So, weird. I know. Anyway, let's start our inspection of the aircraft. The jetways should have been connected already. Oh, this one has a remote connection to GSX. So yeah, the jetways didn't connect already, but last time I was here with the A340, the jetways didn't connect at all. So we'll see. Front wheels look good. Brand new aircraft, or at least brand new paint job for the aircraft. Not sure if these should be red. These should not be painted at all. So something fishy about this paint job already. So tires, they look a bit worn, but looks okay. So these are the triple bogies, so 6 wheels on each bogie, containing. This is the Airbus A350-1000, so that's why. Let's remove these. Oh, kind of checking in. Cool nose step indicators over there. Kind of useless, if you ask me. Some of the stuff that they model in these planes are a bit over the top. Hello, Misha. Happy New Year. So yeah, engine nacelle and blades look okay. Let's take a look at the overpressure indicators. The X is right there, so everything's fine. It's a beautiful paint job. This plane, I believe, is not flying yet. Probably still in the paint shop. The only plane I've seen with this paint job is the Dreamliner. Maybe I'm wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong if any of you guys have seen this paint job already on the A350, because I certainly haven't seen it. So, looking around, checking for leaks. These are the APU doors. You can open it for fun, but there's not much to see. It's just an APU engine. And this is a characteristic of this aircraft. As you can see, it narrows to the tip of the tail, which is, well, some planes do that, but it's not very common. Usually the whole fuselage will just shrink to the tail, linear shrink. But the A330neo already has sort of a cone effect, if you want, and this one is even more predominant. So, taking a good look at our brake pads, look cool. Looking inside the engine. Again, looking at the nacelles and verifying the blades, no damage visible. Leading edge for the wings. And of course the overpressurization indicator. The X is right there. Looks fine. As much as we can do these. Hold on. I got a phone call. I'll just prep the flight real quick. Stand by.
Sierra. Gardermoen Airport Information Sierra. 1625 Zulu, wind 03010, visibility 10 miles or more, light snow, ceiling 3100 overcast, temperature -08, dew point -11, QNH 1006, landing runway 01 left, departing runway 01 left, 01 right, transition level 080, cloud activity in vicinity of airport, advise on initial contact, you have information Sierra. Gardermoen Airport Information Sierra. 1625 Zulu, wind 03010, visibility 10 miles or more, light snow, ceiling 3100 overcast, temperature -08, dew point -11, QNH 1006, landing runway 01 left, departing runway 01 left, 01 right, transition level 080, cloud activity in vicinity of airport, advise on initial contact, you have information Sierra. Gardermoen Airport Information Sierra. 1625 Zulu, wind 03010, visibility 10 miles or more, light snow, ceiling 3100 overcast, temperature -08, dew point -11, QNH 1006, landing runway 01 left, departing runway 01 left, 01 right, transition level 080, cloud activity in vicinity of airport, advise on initial contact, you have information Sierra. Gardermoen Airport Information Sierra. 1625 Zulu, wind 03010, visibility 10 miles or more, light snow, ceiling 3100 overcast, temperature -08, dew point -11, QNH 1006, landing runway 01 left, departing runway 01 left, 01 right, transition level 080, cloud activity in vicinity of airport, advise on initial contact, you have information Sierra. Gardermoen Airport Information
Sorry
Sierra.
about that, I'm back.
1625 Zulu,
Hello, Andrew.
03010, visibility 10
Sorry, I
miles
had
or more, light snow, ceiling
had a phone call.
3100 overcast, temperature -08, dew point -11, QNH 1006, landing runway 01 left, departing runway 01 left, 01 right, transition level 080, cloud activity in vicinity of airport, advise on initial contact, you have information Sierra.
So we got, we sent our clearance already. We're waiting for the feedback from the clearance. So we got clearance. No CPDLC response though, but we do have clearance on my side. I don't know why it's not really sending to the planes. So we got squawk 2233. Sorry guys, I'm just a little upset about this phone call I just got. Nothing with you guys, it's just sometimes these things happen. So 2233, let's hope. There's a CPDLC response. Alright, so clear to Munich, runway 01 Lima via VIP A1A, squawk 2233, like we had said before. Pick up my checklists here. So cockpit pre-flight checklist, parking brakes on, flaps are up, spoilers retracted and disarmed, weather radar is off. It's right here, it is off. Predictive wind shear is off as well. Engine master modes 1 and 2 are both set to off, and engine mode selector set to norm. Thrust levers are on idle, gear is down as it should, and wipers are off. Let me turn on the cockpit lights. So this will be useful, and we need cockpit lights. Let's turn these on, as well as arm these. Where's the storm lights? Cabin. I keep flying out of planes so much I lose track of the other stuff. So, where am I looking at for the cabin lights? Oh, this one is a little different, yeah, it's right here. So flood, dome, integral is on. Alright, much better now. So, with the continued cockpit flight preparation. So batteries are on, external power is on, accumulated brakes pressure. So I've been doing this a bit wrong on the other airplanes. I don't have to press the brakes because that will spend the residual pressurization in the system. So you don't need to press to verify, just need to verify the pressurization. On this aircraft, however, we don't have a brake gauge, but we can check on the pneumatics and the hydraulics. Somewhere over here. So let's check the hydraulics. And we got green and green, so this is the pressurization for the hydraulics. And we also can check the wheels, because that will give us the accumulator. So there it is, it's 3.5 on each side, and as you can see we got full pressurization. Although if I keep pressing the brakes I will spend this, so this is something you should be doing, otherwise when you start your engine you won't have any, or when you're pushing back and you're detached from the tug, and you might have some issues trying to brake the plane. What do I think the Simbrief A350? My honest answer is I don't really know that airplane. What I can tell you is that Inibuilds is a bit expensive. It is, but you do get both the 900 and 1000, and it's fairly good. I mean, it used to be very unstable, but now they kind of, you know. Oh, there's the accumulator gauge right there. What am I saying? There it is. We do have the synoptics here, but if we don't, then there it is. Here's the accumulator. My bad. Like I was saying, Inibuilds is a bit expensive, but it is a good simulation. There was some issues in the beginning, of course, and it's quite public, but they came along, and now the plane looks and feels much better. So if you're willing to spend that much money, I think you should give it a try. As for the other one, I'm sorry I don't have any contact with it. It's probably, if it's a community add-on, it's probably based on, you know, people availability. Oh, this airport is not available? That's odd. I need to check the Navigraph status here. Oh, there it is. There's an issue. Let me log on. Oh my god. Let me log on to Navigraph. Be right back. Don't go away. So I'm just logging on with my Navigraph account, so that's why I need to take some precautions. Hello? Well, it's not working. Let me just open the browser here. Approve and allow. Alright, so now it's update the Navi. We can come back to the game. Here we go. Welcome back. Yeah, the Navigraph was out of date, so now it's back on. So nav data updated, and now it's gonna load the airport. There it is. Here we are. So Navigraph was outdated for some reason. I usually fly this plane, maybe not the 1000. So here we are at gate 40 at Oslo. Alright, and we can now check 25 November, 25 January, pretty good. Let's see if the flight plan is not loaded, so we need to reload the flight plan, no big deal. So we go here to initiation, whoops, not wind, initiation, company requests, flight plan. And I think I may have pressed the wrong frequency. Should be clearance, not approach. We're on Oslo approach. Shouldn't be there. Should be clearance.
Wide 3 Victor Lima, Garden on delivery. Expect runway 01
There
left.
it is.
Essex 5 Alpha departure.
Garden
Initial
on
climb to 7,000
delivery.
feet. Squawk 3125.
But it says it's on Oslo approach.
Squawk 3125. Wide 3 Victor Lima.
It's on departure.
Wide 3 Victor Lima, readback correct. Contact ground 121.905 when ready for push or start.
Wow.
Ground
Well,
121.905 when ready for pushback or engine start. Wide 3 Victor Lima, have a good afternoon.
my YouTube application just crashed. Alright, so let's go back to it. So we need to reset our departure, and according to our ATC log, we are going for runway 01 Lima via VIP A1A. So departure runway 01 Lima via VIP A1A, no transition, temporary insert. All right, so that's done. Let's put this on flight plan. That's done. I requested GSX to load, but for some reason this GSX seems crazy enough. So let's try again. Request boarding. There it goes. So this notification, I don't know if you guys can see it, it's probably hidden, but it says continuously saying GSX is under remote control, menu will close. Well, there is no menu open, so yet another bug. Let's see if the jet bridge connects correctly. It should. Look at this paint job. How pretty is it? So this jet bridge should connect to that door. But as you can see, it's failing miserably to do so. Yeah. GSX will always have something. But the passengers are loaded, so are loading, so looks like it's working. So let's sync pitot covers. Yeah, we need to remove those. Where is it? Where are the pitot covers? Do I need to go outside or remove them? Come on. Avionics bay, bulk cargo look config, emergency slide. There used to be an option here to remove them, but I guess I need to go outside into the cold and remove those. Alright, looks like we're good. See, the jet bridge is not connected, but we're still boarding, but that's fine. Yeah, there should be an option here. Don't know where it went, but should be an option to remove the so let's import Simbrief. Let's set the fuel. Instant. Hello. Instant. Yeah, it's not doing anything. It is loading though. I don't know what this button is for. I've read in the forums people having trouble with this button, so I just stopped pressing it and just go directly to the GSX menu, because there seems to be an issue with this button. It's not really working correctly. Let's take a look at our fuel for this flight, because I think we're underfueled, but we'll take a look here. So flight plan, not this one. Flight plan, flight ops, Simbrief import. Now let's go to the load sheet, 9,394, which is, so my flight plan profile has changed a little bit. That's intended, but now I don't know where the fuel is, which is nice. Should be briefed somewhere. So we got our zero fuel weight here. We got takeoff weight. Come on, where's the fuel? Where is the fuel? I should have kept the other. Oh, there it is. We got trip fuel. Is it? Is this it? Minimum block fuel. All right, here we go. So minimum block is 124.6. That's not right. It's not that long of a flight. I should not have changed the format because I was so used to the previous format and it was quite okay. So, our flight plan, cost index, 0 liters fuel. That's not good. Oh well. I'm gonna have to trust. I'm gonna have select. Yeah, all right. So sync. There it is. Sync. All right, and compute. All right. So we got configuration to optimum. Air condition will be on. We got thrust set to flex, and there we go. V1 144, 144, 149 for V2. Sent to FMS. We got flex 68 and trim or THS set to 28.1. Alrighty. Looks good. Although I don't trust this load sheet at all. Because I'm pressing set fuel and nothing's happening. Still got the same. Oh, there it is, 12,000. Alright, so now it's set to fuel. Although this button here seems bugged. It always seemed bugged since the button has been added. So yeah, we got, well, no, not at all. 18,000. It's currently 12,000. So there's a discrepancy here. But if I press any of these buttons, nothing happens. See? So we reload Simbrief. Passengers have been boarded. We got, actually no. So let's try, no. This doesn't work. This plane, this integration with GSX has always been the pain in the rear end, to be honest. It has never worked correctly. So, yeah. We will get there. It's just a matter of, if I press this, what will happen. So, why is it blinking? There's no visible passengers. Well, there's some there walking around, but there's no visible passengers in the jet bridge because look, jet bridge pretends to be connected to this plane, but it's not. I don't know what's going on here, to be honest. GSX is a pit of bugs. It's always been. Always had these little tiny annoying things happening. So let's go to performance. Let's confirm the V speeds. So 144, 144, 149. That's confirmed. THS is 28.2. It's out of range currently. Why is it out of range? Probably needs to be energized. I can't move the trim though, so. Alrighty, and now let's go to the flight plan, actually fuel and load. So we got currently 12,000. I don't think that's enough for the completion of the flight, but let's go with what we got on our load sheet, which is zero fuel weight 185.0. Actually 185.01, so yeah, zero, yeah, sorry, 185.0. There. Zero fuel weight CG should be somewhere in the vicinity of 30, so it's currently 29.3, but we're still loading passengers and cargo. So 289 passengers, so it's almost done. Our flight attendants are talking with the passengers. that's because the door is open and we can hear it. Let's just firm. There it goes. Now it could be quiet in there. So apparently passengers are loaded. We're still waiting for... Why is this menu options still going? Menu will close. Alright, close the menu. There you go. Now, don't come back. Again, let's try setting the fuel. Alright, cargo's done. Still need a few more fuel, but it's not being loaded. And I'm getting a bit aggravated with this, to be honest. So cargo's been loaded, passengers have been loaded, so what are we waiting for now? Let's compute again. Same speeds. What are we... Let's just send this to FMS again. Confirm. Trim is a little off. Alright, so everything's loaded. Let's take a look at our load sheet again. So this should be our fuel. Instant. Now we still have the fuel. See here? Oh, there it is. 18.8. Alright. Finally. So probably now the refueling truck is on its way. It's no longer needed. So we are going to set the block fuel to 18.8. And we now need the CG, which is set at 29.5. Let's put it 29.6 here. I keep forgetting I need to select 29.6. Number of passengers 289. Done. Alright, so pre-flight is done. So let's go back to our checklists. Crew supply is on, ADIRs are set. External lights, let's turn on, not the beacon, but the wing light and the nav logo. Nav to 1 and logo to auto as well. Now we got external, so no smoking, portable devices, and no mobile set to on. Emergency lights are armed, annunciator. Let's not do that now. Annunciator lights. APU not available yet. Ecam page set to electrical. Let's see. AC. There it is. So let's take a look at our... well, that's got to be DC then. DC. There it is. There's the batteries. So we need to turn off the batteries. Verify. Off. Battery off. And synoptics, as well as our oral warning. At 2. That's emergency bat, by the way, not bat 2. Emergency 1. Emergency 2. Yeah. And emergency, and actually bat 2 now. Alright. All verified and working. Fuel pumps, let's set off and let's try the APU. Actually, it's one for all. So engine fire tests, all levers, all buttons and squibs are set. Hold on, we need to check the ECAM status. Let's clear this. So I need to press this and move down. It's not on track IR. So ECAM status and master switch, as well as engine fire indicators on the levers. Confirmed. Flight directors. Actually, flight directors are already on this plane are a little different. I'm following the Airbus general checklists, and this plane is a little different. So barrel reference, we already got 1006 and cross-checked. F is set to constraints and arc, and I'm currently on the map indication. FCU speed, adding an altitude will be managed. They're all managed. Radio set up. MCDU data has been inserted in RadNav. We already set it up for VOR1 and VOR2. IFR clearance has been received. IRS aligned. We are aligned. Flight plan has been reviewed. EFIs, nav-aids already set to VOR and VOR2, and squawk has been set. So we are good to go. Cockpit preparation checklist complete. Let's go for the pre-start. So let's go for the APU master switch. You don't need to wait 3 seconds for this plane. So we got let's go for block fuel from Simbrief. Should clear the everything we need. Oh, we need to will comply and close. So we sent and close. We are going for the pre-start checklist in a moment. Let's go for the charts, although we don't really need departure charts, we just need our departure chart. So that's going to be alright. So we got receive clearance confirmed. Let's close it. Let's cancel it. We are going to get our EDDM departure from runway. Oh, hold on. This is not departure. This is departure. So 01 Lima, and we are getting our VIP A1A departure. So let's go. VIP A1A, there we go. So this is our departure chart right here. We're probably going to get either the left or the right one, I think. Which one's the right one? Alright, it's the left one, so it's VIP 1A. So there we go. So we're gonna follow this path here. Alright, as for the gate, we are gate 40, so let's contact Oslo ground. And here we are going to tell GSX to just let us go. Do you want to yes, we're gonna need the icing, so we're gonna need to press a little button. I think this plane also has it. Ditching, there it is. So what does this button do? It says ditching is to close every single door on this plane and latch it.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Alright, so we're not going to start our engines just yet. We're going to wait for the pushback to be completed first. Hello, Betsy. So as we going,
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
APU master on, APU start, MCDU weights inserted, MCU takeoff performance has been set. We got APU bleed on, external power set off. 1, 2. And we got the seatbelt signs on and seatbelt as required. Let's go wait for the pushback and startup checklist. So both with this plane doesn't have any windows, but the cockpit door is closed. Fuel pumps to on. Beacon to on. Steering pin. There it is. Nose wheel steering pin. Let's go set our transponder to auto. So weather radar, let's set defaults, confirm. So we don't need TARA just yet. So everything's on now, and we're waiting for confirmation. Request push and start.
Lufthansa 776 Heavy, gate 40, request pushback and engine start.
Lufthansa 776 Heavy, Gardermoen ground, pushback approved, face north.
Face
Pushback
north.
and engine start approved, face north, Lufthansa 776 Heavy.
So de-icing vehicles are coming. That means we have to... We should have pushed back already. I don't know why I don't have any trim yet. So, where are the de-icing vehicles? There is snow on the ground, so there they are. So let's isolate our plane here. Done. So as you can see, all the air conditioning turns off, everything turns off. This is just for the operation of the icing. And since they selected to de-ice the plane before pushback, we might as well just turn off the beacon for now.
All aircraft be advised, information tango now current,
It's asking us to... So we're gonna set 75%.
We begin treatment now and observe. Fluid type 1. Concentration at 75%. I will call you back when ready.
Alright, here we go. There is no visible ice or snow, but there is icing conditions, so we do this treatment enough for the takeoff, then it will peel off as the airplane climbs. Unfortunately, there's no color, but usually it's either yellow or green. I believe the green is de-ice and yellow is the anti-ice, or maybe it's the other way around. But there's no visuals, of course. That it's not come to that far just yet. But we can activate accumulation here. Unfortunately, right now it's not visible, but as soon as there's snow conditions, then you will see it happening. So these guys will just clean the control surfaces basically. In the real aircraft, as far as I've seen, they actually almost paint the entire plane. When I say paint, I mean just spray this product. Yeah, it is a beautiful livery. Yeah, the plane's beautiful, the livery is beautiful. Not sure if we'll ever see it live in Lisbon, but I would surely love to. So when there's ice, you can either de-ice the plane as we're doing right now, which is not that normal. Usually you go back here to some safer place because it's very near the gate, and this is not a good product to, you know, for the passengers or anybody. So I don't usually operate in ice, but it's the first time I've seen him doing it on the gate. Usually I push back first and then de-ice afterwards. Alright, so they're done. They're going to call it in. And we're still got takeoff trim out of range. I hope this doesn't become a problem. Let's go to performance here.
The icing and anti-icing completed, and the icing code is fluid type 1. Concentration at 75%. I am disconnecting. Good day.
They are usually more de-icing types, and you don't even have to memorize it. They'll probably pick the correct amount anyway. But yeah, it's done. We are kind of late. Should be departing at, well, that clock's late. This one's not. We're actually behind schedule 14 minutes. That clock is nowhere near exact. All right, we're ready. Let's see. So they told us to face north, and there's no north option, so let's just face west.
Parking brakes.
Parking brake released. Oh, we need to remove the chocks.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Copy. So let's zoom this one. We can accompany the pushback with this synoptic here. There's a Norwegian 737. There's an SAS Airbus, it looks like. I was going to take the SAS Airbus 320 for this flight, but I already said I was hoping to take the 350, and here we are. Still no trim, so we can open the plane now. So it is turning west, not exactly north. But I think it's good enough for runway 01 left. So we can't start engines just yet. We're probably going that way. We're going to need to stop the plane and hit the parking brakes first, and then we can start our engines. It's icing conditions, so usually that will happen. What's going on is if you start the engine, there's ice accumulated. There's a strong chance you might send ice particles all over the gate, so it might as well just stand clear of the gate and then start your engines. And there's also accumulated snow on the aprons and all that, so might as well mitigate the potential issues. Still pushing though. Let's just start a chrono here. Come on, we don't need to go all the way back. So the idea that the pushback sends you all the way back here is that if you have an engine failure and you need to return to gate, you have enough room to maneuver. But at the same time, I think sometimes it goes too far. Other times, some airports have holding positions, predefined holding positions for engine start. So I think this is the case. I think we're just being pushed to a safe area for startup. And I've seen that in airports like Frankfurt, where they have like startup zones. This could be the case. We are moving. We should have the beacon on. My bad. Still going. And we cannot start our engines until they tell us to. Still going back. It's a big airport, so. Is it slowing down? I think it is, yeah. Set parking brake.
Please set parking brakes.
Alright, let's start the engines. Start number 1. Oh, no, not again. This is happening a lot with GSX. Plane will just start moving with the tug attached. You'll see. So the tug is right there and the plane just starts moving, but I got the parking brake set. So this is a GSX thing, so I'll just tell it to engine. We got a good engine start and tell it to move out of the way.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
Start number 2.
Disconnect.
See, the plane stops. It's something with their tug. I'm not sure what's going on. The same thing happened with the A340. I think it's an Inibuilds thing with GSX. Start number 2. Set flaps 2. Engine number 2 starting. Alright, we got our takeoff trim set correctly, 29.8. Corresponds with this data here. Alright, seems like number 2 is starting up correctly. So we still got the nose wheel steering because stuff. Ah, not again. I want to go, but GSX is not releasing my plane. Maybe yes. Yeah, I'll just press yes. And there it goes. Alright. So we're clear. Alright. Engine master mode switch set to normal, APU bleed to off. APU master switch to off. Anti-ice not just yet. We're going to verify. So we got TAT -8. So we will take off with engine anti-ice active. And this will remain on auto. Alright. So ground spoilers set to arm, auto brakes set to RTO, and takeoff config will get done when the cabin's ready. So before taxi checklist, auto brakes set are ready to RTO, spoilers are armed, flaps set for takeoff, engine anti-ice is on, flight controls full deflection left, and neutral, full deflection right, and neutral, full pitch up, neutral, full pitch down, neutral, full rudder left, neutral, full rudder right, and neutral. Alright, we're good to go, fine and dandy. Let's request taxi to the active.
Lufthansa 776 Heavy, request taxi to the active.
Lufthansa 776 Heavy, 1001 left taxi via Romeo Papa, November Alpha 1.
Romeo Papa, November.
Taxi by Romeo Papa, November Alpha 1, Lufthansa 776 Heavy.
So, Romeo for now, and then Papa, and then November. Let's go. Parking brake off. And we're rolling. Taxi. And that's it. And Romeo right there. Remember, this is a big plane. We should have taxi cameras, but we do not. Inibuild says it's not possible, but I've seen other developers do it. Let's just take their word. This is a very big airplane, and taxi is a bit demanding, a bit more demanding than usual. There's the taxi line. My bad. I was following the wrong line. So now we turn to Papa, which is left or right? Which one is it? Stand by. It's a left turn, alright. So because the runway 01 is to that side, alright. So let's go to Papa. And then towards November. November. It's all the way 4th. Quite handy, this map display on the ND. There's some Norse aircraft parked there. I believe this airline is either, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't this airline that got bankrupt? I think it is. Maybe I'm mistaking it with someone else. So probably November will be the end of this junction. There it is. So November, and then Alpha 1. Going awfully fast, 33 knots, it's just too fast. So which one is November? There it is, November up front. And then we shall make a left-hand turn, because runway 01 is on to that side on November. So that's the first one, so right here. So this is November, that's Mike. Oh, there it is, that's the active. You can see planes incoming. And when I first started flying and following these runway and taxiways, I felt a bit lost, and I thought, this is very amateurish. Oh, alright, cabin's ready. Sorry about that. So takeoff config test, normal. And I thought, this is very amateur of my side, just to be lost at airports. But let me tell you, I've flown in cockpits. 1006, set and cross-check. Let me tell you, it's not like pilots get lost in airports whatsoever, but they do consult the charts, alright? So they do get a little bit confused sometimes, and some incidents have happened when pilots mistake runways for taxiways and vice versa. So it's not that uncommon, especially in big airports. This is not the biggest airport, but it's still a bigger airport, say, from Lisbon, compared to Lisbon, so yeah. It's perfectly alright to be a little bit lost. Oh, by the way, I'm not following the electronic checklist because I found that they're a little bit too scarce. I do know that you should follow these, but I'm already following the paper checklist, and they're a lot more reliable than these. They're very incomplete, and there's no point in following two of them. I prefer to follow mine because mine are based on Airbus standard SOPs, and I can still fly the plane with these. I don't really need the electronic ones. The electronic ones only give you that little check mark, you know. That's the only good, pretty thing it does. Other than that, it serves the same purpose as the paper checklists. You can see I'm holding just the right brake ever so slightly. That's because I want to hold speed. I don't want the plane to accelerate too much. So the runway holding is a little bit off. We're not going to be perpendicular, but kind of like slanted, as you can see right here. So that's the holding point. Alright, let's hold here and let's follow our checklists before we reach them out to all for ready for takeoff. Alright, here we go. So takeoff config has been checked. Before takeoff checklists, we've notified the cabin crew. Not yet. External lights, nose wheel lights set for takeoff. Anti-ice weather radar. Let's set the weather radar. And WX right there. Let's clear this. We already confirmed that we are in runway 01 left. And we got the predictive wind shear is also on. Takeoff memo, no blue, we're ready. Request departure.
776 heavy, ready for departure. Runway 01 left.
Lufthansa 776 heavy, hold short of 01 left.
We are holding short. There are planes landing like we saw.
776 heavy.
The angle isn't the best, but you can see there's a plane incoming. There's also a plane going around as far as I can tell. Can close this. Yeah, GSX integration on this plane is not good.
Go around. Fly runway set to line. Maintain 3,500 feet. Round. Fly runway set to line. Maintain 3,500 feet. To island 9240. To island 9240. Contact Oslo approach 118.48.
Apparently that plane's going around as well.
To island 9240. Talk to you in a minute. Cardamom Tower. Scandinavian 4117. ILS runway 01 left.
So Norse are still flying, then it's gotta be someone else then.
Cardamom Tower, 1020, 13 runway 01 left, clear to land. Runway 01 left, clear to land. Scandinavian 4117.
It's still far away, let us take off, man.
Lufthansa 77,
There we go.
Cardamom Tower, 1020, 13 runway 01 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 01 left, cleared for takeoff.
There we go.
77680.
Before takeoff checklist, anti-ice set, cabin notified, weather radar is on, predictive wind shear is on, external lights set all, takeoff memo status no blue. It's snowing now. And there we go. Flex set 76, we'll see. Should be 68 though. Flag 68 SRS runway. Airspeed alive. Got a slight crosswind. 100 pass, 120. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. And don't worry about it, baby. Throttle, climb, climb, nav. We got our surveillance here, we need to turn on TCAS. My bad. Done. Autopilot 1 engaged.
Contact Oslo departure.
Speed check, flaps 1.
Oslo departure. Lufthansa 77680. Good afternoon. 3000 feet.
Oh, I did set the TCAS to TRA. Flight level 190. And set to managed. Speed check, flaps up. We are right here following the correct flight plan. There's some nasty weather all around. Hopefully nothing too bad. Much better. The clock is automatic here. Can you see there? I'm gonna zoom in. See? Flight 02 and outer gate 16. So it took us 16 minutes, well, less than that, 14 minutes to take off. With all the de-icing and all that. Well, let me turn off my track IR now. So after takeoff checklist, gear is up, flaps are retracted, spoilers disarmed, thrust set to climb, autopilot as required, nose wheel lights and or taxi lights to off. After takeoff checklist complete. Now let's go for the climb checklist. Barrow, set standard. Done and done. After transition altitude. And we're going to keep NTIs for now. We're still climbing, and we got some clouds up ahead. And weather radar is being operated, and climb checklist above the line complete. Passing 10,000 feet. External lights off. Landing lights to off, wing lights to off. Let's leave them on for now. Seatbelt sights, let's set on auto, as well as no mobile. So what are the conditions to turn on the NTIs? When there's visible snow, and we did have a little bit of snow, you should turn on NTI system for the wing. So the wing NTIs below 10 degrees, not 10,000 degrees, below 10 degrees Celsius, positive 10 degrees Celsius. So anything below 10 degrees Celsius, we had 8 degrees negative on the ground. So we turned on our engine NTIs, because the engine NTIs has a different criteria. So for the engine NTIs, you need to have less than 10 degrees Celsius on the TAT, and there's visible ice or snow on the ground or in the air. As for the wings, they're much rarer to operate, and you only turn on wing NTIs if you have visible ice forming on the wing, and or this little device we got here, which is already turned on. Let me see if I can show it to you. So I don't know if Inibuilds simulated this. Nevertheless, it's a little device that should be. Oh, we can't. There's no little. So we do have a light for it. So the ice indicator, but no ice indicator. Maybe not on this fuselage or not on this paint job. But it's a little device here that is kind of extruded from the cockpit, and if you see ice forming, then you should turn on the wing NTIs. As for the engine NTIs, once you reach the climb altitudes, you can turn it off. It's no longer needed. So we're right here. So let's go for first altitude 390. So that's our first step, I believe. There's a second step climb. You can consult it here. Where are the step climb indications? It's on the performance page. So on the performance, you go here to cruise, and then you get our step climbs. Let's see if we do have none. So this is the final altitude. It's not that long of a flight, but if you did have, you would have all the stepping climbs here. Currently, we are still climbing to Econ with the cost index of 160. So we're going to climb to that final 390, and then we'll remain there. We could go max at 41.4, but not really required, as we also can't really continuously climb because we'll start descending in a few miles. So say goodbye to Germany. I believe we're still in Germany. So we're out of the Norway. I meant Norway. Say goodbye to Norway. That's what I meant. We're going to Germany. If you're into flight simulation, if you enjoy this content, remember to leave your like and to subscribe. I usually make these flights as regularly as I can. Unfortunately, sometimes I'm unable to, but I do try to be as regular as I can. I perform not that long flights. I mean, this is the A350. I could easily go from here to the United States or something, or to China. But it would be a boring thing for you guys. So I prefer to make short flights or shorter flights. This isn't exactly a short flight. It's a 2-hour flight. But we're going to shorten it with time acceleration. And in the future, when FS Labs is able to fix their plane, currently is a little bit too buggy, but when they fix it, I'll be able to do some A321 Neo long-range flights, and I'll use their jump feature. So that will allow me to go to places like the United States, Canada probably, we'll see. We'll make a few flights like those with the jump feature. It's a jump ahead feature. It's much better. Yeah, 1 hour 45, max 2 hours. Flight, not more than that. So we are good on the checklists. It's funny that Norway calls itself Polaris. It's really cool. To me, Polaris is the name of a star, but maybe there's something more to it. Unfortunately, I cannot go to the cabin because, as I told you before, this livery, the Centennial Lufthansa, let's take a look at it. This is the Centennial Lufthansa livery. It's a beautiful livery, but for some reason, if I select the Lufthansa cabin for it, it doesn't work. So how crazy is that, huh? So in the menu, you have a selection of different operators that fly the A350-900 and 1000, and you can select like Emirates, Qatar, Lufthansa, of course. And I picked this livery, the Centennial, with the Lufthansa cabin, and it gave me an error. I didn't have any cockpit, so I went back, I selected again the Lufthansa cabin and the Lufthansa Centennial livery, and again, the same thing. It's weird, but it is what it is. So, they launched the livery, but they forgot to add the cabin. So if I go back and try to walk around the cabin, there's nothing there. So I apologize, but I won't go there. There's nothing to see anyway. We also had an issue with GSX. It wasn't loading correctly, so the jetway didn't connect to the plane for some reason. It was pushed all the way back but didn't connect. Not sure what happened there. But Inibuilds always have something with GSX, or the other way around. GSX always has something with Inibuilds. So now we're cleared for flight level 390. We could easily climb to 410, no problem, because that's our maximum performance altitude that the plane's giving us, but we'll stick with that. Let's go here to our flight plan so we can prepare our approach, although things could change, but here we go. So we got Landu via Landu to Bravo. To runway. Which runway? I really don't like this format. I need to change it back. So this is the alternate. We don't need the alternate. We need the destination airport. Let's take a look here. So it is Munich. So probably the final waypoint. So runway 26 Romeo, alright. That's more like it. So runway 26 Romeo via ILS via, that's the Landu 2 Bravo. There's no Lando 2 Bravo, so it's probably Lando 2 Bravo right there. And then we gotta select a VIA, so let's go here to our charts, select destination, select arrival Lando 2 Bravo, and let's select the approach to runway 26 Romeo. So we got Cat 23. No, that's the Lima. That's Romeo. Yeah, alright. So now let's take a look at our arrival. Let's go for the pins here. So Landu, we are going through probably Roadkill. So let's see if we got Roadkill here. Nope, that's Roadkill 26. Yeah, that's it. Rogue to arrivals to, yeah, that's it. Roadkill 26. All right. So it's done. Let's just hope that's what our ATC will give us. But it's done currently. So let's go back to the en route chart. All right, and I'm going to turn off my track IR. Yeah, guys, not a good day today, so I apologize. I have some personal issues, and when the simulator doesn't really respond as the way I want it, and it's becoming more frustrating as well. Apologize. Turn this on for Betsy so that you can see things better. Yeah. Oh, there's a flight plan. It got printed. I didn't see it now. Yeah, that's nice. So we're coming south, and it should be a straight line through Denmark, and then cross the border to Germany on the south. Alright, so we're coming up on cruise at 390. As soon as we do, I'll hit the time acceleration and hope it works, because I don't remember if this plane likes time acceleration. I hope it does. So we go hero options and then simulation, and we turn this button on, and now it will accelerate, as you can see here, automatically. It will pause if the plane starts misbehaving, but can't really rely on that automation. You just need to press the off here as soon as you see the plane departing from altitude or flight plan. Alright, there you go, cruising altitude. So that's the ETP, equal time point. That's, I've already explained this several times, or here goes again. So let's imagine you're flying over the ocean and there's no alternate airports to go to. It's very useful to know where you have enough fuel to carry on or go back. So that's what the equal time point will tell you. Up to the ETP point, it's preferable to go back to the origin airport. After the ETP, it's preferable to go to the destination. So it's like do you have enough fuel to go to the destination, or do you have enough fuel to go back? Which is closer? It's more useful when you're flying over the ocean or without many en route alternates, especially for ETOPS aircraft like this one. But it's also very useful to tell you that you're halfway through your flight. We currently have a slight tailwind, not that much, but enough to push us a little bit forward. It's always nice. Oh, look at that. This is not correct, because the radar on these aircraft cannot look to the back. It should be like a 180 radius. The FS Labs airplane also has this issue, which is ironic, because I think other planes cover this. I'm not sure. This is really not unrealistic. You cannot see the weather to the sides or to the back like this. It's definitely not to the back. So let's go outside a little bit. You guys can check out the beautiful Lufthansa livery. Let's position it correctly. There. So the lights are a little faster because we're time accelerated. But it is a beautiful livery, and look at that. Beautiful plane as well, so it helps. As far as I know, Lufthansa currently only has the Dreamliner painted with this livery. But I think the plan is to add this livery to the 747, I think, 747-8. This plane, the A350, not sure if the 1000 or the 900 or both, not sure. And the Airbus A321 and A320. At least that's what I've seen promotional images for. Not sure if they will actually get to paint those planes, all of those planes, but it does look charming on this plane, on this A350. I'm not a real fan of the current Lufthansa paint, because I think it's too dark. It's literally black and white. It's a very, very, very dark blue, but it looks very dark. It looks like black. I'm not a really a great fan of that livery, but I do like this one. You can see that this white thing it's the bird, the logo. It's painted with the nose towards the airplane's front, and it's white, and this is not exactly black. This is like a very, very dark blue. And it does look charming on this plane. It does look charming on the 787. And as soon as they get this one painted, Mercer is saying they will have one on every time. That's cool. So that means this 900, the 1000 and the 900 will both have this paint job in real life. So that's cool. As for other planes, 787, as I already said, already has it. They're already flying it. And I believe the 747-8, at least I've seen a promo image of it. And the Airbus A320 and A321. We are hoping to see the 320 and 321 coming to fly in Lisbon. It will be great to see the 350, but that's not going to happen. We all know. We're almost into German airspace. Just a little longer. You can see there on the map on the left. I'm going to zoom in for your viewing pleasure here. So this is the German border for air traffic control as well. Right here, this green line here. I'm going to select a different map with a little less clutter. So it's probably this one. So it's more. It's too bright though. Alright, this is like. I can make it night map. Yeah, that much better. Alright, so you see here, there's a border right there. This is Denmark, this is Germany.
5296 Whiskey, Copenhagen Control. Expect Ripon 3 Lima, runway 01 left.
Expect Ripon 3 Lima, runway 01 left, Swiss 296 Whiskey.
Swiss 296 Whiskey, Ripon 3 Lima, runway 01 left. Report
Oh,
ready
the
for
A380, I forgot.
Ripon 3 Lima, runway 01
So it's
left,
not at
wind
740, oh, the 747 as well. All right, so not the A321. All right, so it's going to be the 7879, which is already painted, the A380, the A350-1000, so this one, the A350-900, the A320, and the 747-8.
Swiss 296 Whiskey, contact Polaris Control 118.55.
Contact Polaris Control 118.55 Swiss 296 Whiskey. Have a good afternoon.
Yeah, that paint job is beautiful, Mirsha. Very, very cool. Are you asking me, can we expect more special liveries in Lufthansa anniversary? Maybe I can fly that retro one. Yeah, maybe I'll fly the retro one. I'm not one for celebrations, especially now, but I will think about it. I do have that livery as well for the A321, the CEO though. So we are already in German airspace, so we're in Bremen airspace now, air traffic control. And we are reaching the equal time point right there. You can see the little circle. Let's zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. There's the ETP right about the crossing. And if I was just to have an issue that I firmly needed to go back, let's say an unruly passenger, I had two choices. Either pick an alternate, of course, that's the first option. And if that's not an option, I would need to go directly to the destination. I wouldn't have enough fuel, or I do have fuel to go back, but it's the block fuel, not the emergency and alternate fuels. We do not count on those. Those are only used for emergencies.
Lufthansa 776 Heavy, Bremen radar contact.
So I should have picked the Lufthansa 100 as the call sign, right? Because it's the Centennial. I love that livery, Mirsha. Wow, it's one of my favorites. I do have it here on the A321. Alright, let's go back to zooming out because I need to prep the descent. There it is, top of descent is at 240 nautical miles, but with time acceleration that's going to be very fast.
Centrum 11 Navigraph 14 Kilo Echo.
Oh, I thought it was you transfer the design. Oh, nice. Alright, cool. Alright, so it's confirmed then. So, as far as I can tell, you can see here, the radar is correctly covering its limitations here, but as soon as you zoom out, it will start go nuts, and as you can see, it starts looking backwards. There's no way the plane radar can look back, so this is probably a glitch, and I'm not sure if it can be corrected by the add-on makers. I think this is a FS 2024 limitation. So beautiful night. I think we don't have a full moon, but the moon is still quite bright. We had a full moon, I believe, yesterday or the day before. It was a super moon. So 1926, 2026. A year of celebration for Lufthansa. For those that don't know, Lufthansa has representation in Portugal, actually. I believe there's a part refurbishment factory in Portugal working for Lufthansa, if I'm not mistaken. So, and it's not that far from where I live actually. It's about 100 kilometers from where I live. We also have an Airbus factory here, but Lufthansa is quite present here in Portugal. So there's a plane to our side. Let's take a look here. So it's to our side, it's below us, 1,800 feet, NSZ 8541. So we can't see it right now, but there it is. I think that's NSZ. I don't know what that decal code is for. I can take a look at it in a moment. Or for our British buddies, NSZ. Dortmund would be another airport I may fly in the next few days. Probably taking a short haul there, or maybe fly elsewhere and then come back to Germany and land in Dortmund. That's because I like their local football club. Nah, just kidding. No, it is a fine. Oh, there's another one. That's a Ryanair. So I don't know what NSZ stands for. If anybody knows, let me know. But that's definitely a Ryanair. Ryanair 98. Up of Mike. So the third handover to yet another section of the Bremen radar. And then there's going to be across well, I don't think we're going to leave this airspace. I think we're going to stay in there. So guys, remember, leave a like, subscribe, donate. Everything you can do for this channel will be much appreciated. I'm not monetized, so my channel isn't profitable. Anything you can do to help is really appreciated. You have a link to buy me coffee on your upper right screen. A QR code will show up eventually. And on the description below, as well as in the chat, you have the direct link to buy me a coffee. Every money that I get from these donations, I'll reinvest and buy new sceneries and new aircraft as they come out. Currently, I've purchased the PMDG 737 update, $30 or something like that. And I'm looking into purchasing another air scenery, but not just yet. You know, these are not cheap add-ons, so I need to think pretty well on what I'm going to buy and what I cannot buy. I've made a couple of decisions, so I was really wanting to purchase the MD-80, but I decided not to. I prefer to go back to the PMDG 737. I also made an executive decision not to purchase any further 737 variants, so I'll stick with the 800. There's no need to purchase the other ones. I did have them from FS 2020, but I'm not going to do that with 2024. And that's quite a weird approach there, you see, guys? It's weird, very weird approach there. It is what it is. We will follow what they tell us to follow. This could change, of course, if they give us another approach. So, to be totally transparent, my channel is not monetized, like I said before. I do get some donations, not much. It's what people... I mean, I'm not ungrateful. Everything that comes in is great, but it's not enough to purchase every add-on, as you may imagine. So I'm going to come out with from time compression, because we're getting very close to our top of descent, and I need to get my clearance and then start descending, and hopefully we'll get this approach. That's the one we selected, at least. So we're going to Langen radar and then we'll get on clearance.
Radar 127.6 Lufthansa 776 heavy, bye-bye.
So,
Langen radar, Lufthansa 776 heavy, good afternoon, flight level 390.
Lufthansa 776 heavy, Langen radar, identified. Lufthansa 776 heavy, Langen radar, amendment to route advice, ready to copy.
oh,
Affirm, ready to copy, Lufthansa 776
we got an amendment. Here we go.
Lufthansa 776 heavy, expect latitude Bravo, runway 26 right.
Alright, that's what we got. Land 2 Bravo. Let's accept that clearance.
Landed 2 Bravo, runway 26 right, Lufthansa 776
Land 2 Bravo to 26 right. Alright.
Lufthansa 118, contact Munich radar 120.65, have a good afternoon.
Center on 120.65, Lufthansa 118.
Alright, we're coming close to our top of descent, so let's turn on our seatbelt signs as well as the no mobile signs. Let people go back to their seats. To review the descent checklist, MCD landing performance, we'll get to that in a moment. TCAS set to below, approach briefing completed, nav aids, NTIs, seatbelt signs, that's above the line. Alright, let's go check our weather. Let's insert that data to our destination here. Let's go to performance, approach. Alright, let's go to Simbrief, weather. Alright, let's populate, search. So it's gonna be down here. There it is. So we got automated wind 200. So let's get that 200 and 7. Enter. Now we got outside temperature will be 02. And QNH 1012. 1012. Got it. We gotta go for the better reference, so let's go back here. Okay, let's start our descent.
Landed 2 Bravo, runway 26 right, ready for descent, Lufthansa 776 heavy.
Lufthansa 776 heavy, descent to flight level 130.
130.
Descent to flight level
Let's go
130,
descent
Lufthansa
managed.
776 heavy.
November 7877 Tango, descent to flight level 270. Descent to flight level 270.
And we are descending.
November 7877 Tango.
Alright, descending managed, done. Alright, so back to approach here, and let's go to our chart. So runway 26 right. And we got a decision height of 1649. So barrow 1649, enter, done. So let's go config flaps 3. We don't need to select anything on the overhead. We got a VLS of 133 knots. Alright, so let's take a look at our approach here. So at 5,000 feet, we start descending from Gudag. Where is Gudag? There it is. So 5,000 feet, we start descending Gudag towards Munich. And we got a normal glide slope of 3 degrees. And as we said, our decision height is 1649. And we should come out of Mike VOR and maintain 5,000 until Gudag, and then that's when we'll descend. Alright. Looks cool enough. Let's go back to our approach here. Sorry. There it is. So we are coming in from LAN, LAN, and then do this and this. So that's what we're seeing here. Right there. So this is what we'll be performing. It's quite a weird approach, but it is what it is. And we'll do it. Alright, looks cool. At this point, we should turn on our NTIs during approach and after landing.
Contact Munich radar 120.65.
Not above that, because currently, if there is ice forming, it will be too thick and it could damage the engine as soon as we turn on the NTIs. So we'll just wait for the ice to thaw a little bit, and we can see there. Can you see? There's some ice forming on the wings. So we are going to turn on the wing anti-ice.
76 Heavy, contact Munich radar 120.65.
Contact Munich radar 120.65.
And
Lufthansa
we'll take a look at the
776
nacelles
Heavy.
as
Have a
well.
good afternoon.
See the ice forming there. You can barely see it, but it is there. As for the nacelles, they look fine.
November 78.
And it's only on the wingtips.
Descend to flight level 190. Descend to flight level 190.
And you can see it's dissipating now, so
77 Tango.
anti-ice will remain on. If we have visual confirmation, we need to leave it on.
Level 120. Descend to flight level
So we'll make a right-hand turn in a moment. Currently performing a little left correction.
Lufthansa 776 Heavy, Munich radar, radar contact.
It's quite a weird approach, to be honest. Because we need to come down here and then turn left, then turn right, then left again. It's weird. Let's take a look at the wings. The engines. Doesn't look like ice is forming, but the wings did have ice. And it looks like they still have it, although I turned on the anti-ice.
Munich radar, speedbird 960 Mike, descending via Roger 1 Bravo, flight level 192.
Hello, Jose. Airport Wings. Welcome.
Munich radar identified.
So we need to set the transponder to below. So it's currently on auto and norm, so let's set to below. What's going on here? ADS-B traffic on, set to below. Why isn't it enter? No? So it's telling me to extend the flaps, so that's the spoilers. That's what we will do now, because it needs track.
Euro 3 X-ray uniform. Descend to flight level 090. Descend to flight level 090. Euro 3 X-ray uniform.
So let's go back to performance and approach. So this is our reference speed, 133 knots. That's our approach speed. That's our reference speed. Our approach speed is 138 knots, and then we need to reduce to 133 knots as a reference. All right, speed brakes in. There's an airplane right up ahead. It's too far to be picked up
7877 Tango.
by
Descend to flight
TCAS.
level 150. Descend to flight level 150.
So you can see there's a discontinuity here. I need to clear that. Unless we're not given the direct clearance.
128.03. Contact Munich arrival 128.03. Euro 3 X-ray uniform.
There it is. So I need to clear that discontinuity here. Why can't I delete it?
Munich radar, Lufthansa 5 Romeo prepare, descending via Rocky 1 Bravo, flight level 201.
So it's probably near destination,
Radar contact.
QDEC. I don't remember needing to do this before, but no, cancel that. Cancel.
Lufthansa 289.
Insert next waypoint.
SH Beta 5 Bravo.
That's gonna be good deck.
25 left. Expect SH Beta 5 Bravo.
There. Oh,
Runway 25
no.
left. Lufthansa 289.
So delete this. What's going on here? So let's go from DM49 to Gudek. Where's Gudek?
Magic Sun 2 Golf Alpha. Munich radar. Expected altitude Foxtrot.
Cancel.
Runway 28.
Erase. So
Altitude Foxtrot, runway 28. Magic
why
Sun
is
2
it
Golf
giving me
Alpha.
manual control after DM429?
Alpha Tango. Munich radar.
Delete.
Expect altitude Foxtrot. Runway 28.
DM49 and delete. Alright, now we're cooking. Alright, here we go. Now this is a funny approach right there.
Lufthansa 118. Contact Munich arrival 128.03.
Alright, so
Ryanair 8 Alpha Tango. Altitude Foxtrot. Runway 28.
that's beautiful Germany for you guys.
Altitude Foxtrot.
Kind of snowy.
Ready for descent. Ryanair 8 Alpha Tango.
Ryanair 8 Alpha Tango. Descend to flight level 110.
We're going to Munich, Jose.
Ryanair 8 Alpha Tango.
So it's quite a short flight for the A350. So now we're waiting for the next clearance. Should be flight level 100 or below that. That's what the constraint was telling us. Pretty clear weather, although some cloud formations, nothing too serious. We can see that we're just about to hit that funky approach to Munich.
Spectrum 127.6 Lufthansa 289. Have a good evening.
So there's Landu, then MiG, it's right here. Still no clearance to descend. I'm getting a little aggravated here.
Contact Prague Center 118.375 Ryanair 10 Mike. Have a good evening.
November 7877 Tango. Descend to
There's our little plane. You can see it approaching Landu, then turning left. Sorry, turning right. Left on this chart, but right on this one.
75 X-ray Bravo. Good evening. 2,600 feet.
So again, we're flying the A350-1000, this beautiful Lufthansa Centennial livery, going to Munich.
Flight level 340.
Lot 3 Foxtrot Bravo. Munich radar. Radar contact. Magic Sun 2 Golf Alpha. Altitude Foxtrot. Runway 28. Port ready for descent.
Come on, let me descend.
Altitude Foxtrot, runway 28. Ready for descent. Magic Sun 2 Golf Alpha.
Magic Sun 2 Golf Alpha. Descend to flight level 110.
Descend to flight level 110. Magic Sun 2 Golf Alpha.
So it's telling me I should be flying at flight level 100, but I'm still at 13,000, 130, sorry. It is 13,000 feet, it's just, we don't say 13,000 feet, it's flight level 130. So here we go, right hand turn. And so temperatures, demand, engine NTIs. There's some cloud formation, so even if you have 10 degrees, less than 10 degrees, but there are no precipitation.
Descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1011, Lufthansa 776 heavy.
Start descent.
November
So even if you have less than 10 degrees Celsius, if there's no clouds or precipitation, then you don't need engine anti-ice. But if you do have clouds like we have here, there's a slight chance ice can be formed when crossing those clouds at negative temperatures. So we're going for Munich arrival. A lot of airplane activity here. Let's reduce our speed so speed breaks out.
Lufthansa 776 Heavy Munich arrival, QNH1011, expect the ILS runway 26 right with the MiG transition.
MiG transition. So different approach. So via MiG.
776 Heavy, clear direct MiG, cross MiG at or above 5,000 feet, cleared ILS runway
26 right.
Clear direct MiG, cross MiG at over 5,000 feet, cleared ILS runway 26 right, Lufthansa 776 Heavy.
Alright, now we got everything going. So MiG is right up ahead, and our flight plan changed very slightly. But we need to descend a lot faster now.
November 7877 Tango Munich arrival, QNH
Speed breaks in.
1011, expect the ILS runway 26 right with the DM429 transition.
QNH 1011, expect the ILS.
And there it goes. Start nose diving because it needs to descend a little faster. Weather radar still looks good. Still no significant weather. And we got a lot of planes in the vicinity.
Descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1011.
So we got QNH 1011. Descent checklist. MCD landing performance reviewed. TCAS below. Approach briefing complete. Navaids reviewed. F is set to constraint. Done. Seatbelt signs are on. And we're below 10,000 feet. Landing lights on, as well as wing lights are still on. Seatbelt signs are on. Descent checklist complete. We just need to perform the transition altitude change to our barometric pressure, which will be 1011. So we are clear to direct MiG and maintain 5,000, and we are clear for the ILS approach, so we'll turn on landing system, both sides. Let's reduce range. There's a lot of planes out there. We might need to declutter a little bit by just set to traffic. So that declutters information. We just need to know the planes. We don't need to know their call signs. So we got our ILS tuned in. That's 108.7. That's exactly what we got here, 108.7. And as you can see, we are skipping that MiG point because we would not be able to make the turn. So the plane decides to turn earlier because of the angle it does between the approaching and the departing radials. This can be an issue because sometimes we can overtake other aircraft, other times we'll interfere with their path, and ATC doesn't like that much. But we'll reduce our speed in a moment. Actually, let's do that just now. Well, let's just reduce to 200 knots because I don't want to interfere with that plane up ahead. There it is, 200 knots. A350 is a dream to fly. It's a shame that we sometimes have these small issues that like the ATC GSX, sorry, integration not working in its prime, but it is quite the aircraft. So we're a little bit below the optimal performance, but that's okay. We just want to get to the 5,000 feet as fast as we can so we don't have to scramble. Oops, my bad. I pressed the flap button by mistake. So let's go back to performance and approach. And our V speeds will be probably the same. Yeah, they're pretty much the same, you can see here. So V approach is 138, V reference is 133. So basically, if you want to understand the difference, the approach speed is the speed at which you are approaching the airfield. So on final, so let's just put this on 1011 and 1011. So the approach speed, the VAP, is the speed at which you will fly the plane towards the runway, and the VREF is the touchdown zone airspeeds. That speed at which you will want to touch down. Just pull your nose about 7 degrees somewhere over here, and you should be smooth enough to touch down. Alright, there are a lot of planes in our vicinity. Let's just hope this doesn't turn into a messy approach. This one is going away from us, so it's probably going to make a wider turn, but this one right here is just around the corner, so we can probably see it here. So now we're below the glide path. That's where we want to be. And since we are clear, let's allow the plane to line up itself to perform the approach. See that our flight plan is a little off, but that's because this one doesn't calculate performance turn. This does. All right, let's.
Aircraft be advised. Information. Echo now current. QNH 1012.
1012. Set and cross check. So speed check flaps 1. Let's set our runway conditions to wet. There it is, wet 5. We got localizer star intercepted, so it's going to make its turn to line up. There's another plane incoming. I hope it doesn't. Yeah, there it is.
Descend, crossing, descend.
Here it goes. Planes. The
Monitor
plane.
vertical speed. Descend.
Alright, let's descend. Autopilot off.
Descend, crossing, descend. Monitor vertical speed.
Oh my god.
Descend.
That was a close one.
Descend, crossing, descend.
Alright. So let's go back to managed speed. We are clear of conflict. Back to managed speed. And flaps 2. Alright. So manual approach. It's totally fine. We had to take control during that Speedbird incursion. So here we are on the approach to Munich. We got a plane up ahead. We still aren't cleared for landing. Speed check flaps 3. And that's our selected flaps for the approach. A little off to the left. And a little above the glide path.
Clear direct DM429 across DM429 at or above 5,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 26 right, 0 in 58 Victor Foxtrot.
I'm going to make a clip out of that.
2,500.
2,500 check. coming in. A little bit too high. We're still not clear to land. Let's go gear down, because I need the drag to reduce our speed, because we're going a little too fast.
2,000.
2,000 check. Glide slope, localizer. Runway in sight, so we got a little crosswind to our left. Let's chase the glide slope. We gotta be ahead of the plane, not behind it. Still not clear to land. Well, we need to report this.
Lufthansa 4 Hotel. Leave DSM 429 heading 240. Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 26 right.
That crosswind is killing me. It's not that strong, but it's enough to send you off. Come on, give me a clearance, man.
Lufthansa 4 Hotel. Clear direct DM 429 across DM 429 or
1,000.
about 5,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 26 right.
It did clear me to land, but I'm continuing because I don't see any airplanes on the runway. I think this is a bug. Little low. Now the wind's coming from the right. What gives? Landing checklists. Landing lights on. Nose wheel steering. Nose wheel lights to TO. My bad. There, it's done.
400.
Flaps are set. Auto brakes set. Spoilers are armed.
300.
Landing status no blue. Cleared land. I don't care. They don't give me the clearance.
200. Minimum 100.
Continue. Oh, ice.
40. 30.
Ice.
20. Retard. Revive.
Touchdown. Reverse. Roll out. Brake medium set. Reverse set. Knots, auto brakes off. All right. Don't know what happened with BATC. I wonder if it crashed. Give me a moment and I'll check it out. Off the runway. Let me confirm if Beyond ATC crashed. No, it did not. So something must have happened here, not sure what. So let's go to Munich Tower or Munich Ground. Better yet, taxi to the assignment. Not sure what happened there. It just forgot about us.
Lufthansa 776 Heavy. Gate Alpha 249 taxi by Alpha 9 November 2 Whiskey 2D to SSS Echo 2.
Whoa, whoa.
Gate Alpha 249 by Alpha 9 November 3 Whiskey 2D to SSS Echo 2 Lufthansa 776 Heavy.
Oh my god, that was... Alright, so here we go. So we are going forward here, then make a left-hand turn. Well, I'm not sure what happened there. So we need to go through there. Whoa, what the heck? Is the entire building blocking my way? Whoa. Oh my god, I think there's a scenery conflict. crap. There's definitely a scenery conflict here. I may have forgot to delete the Munich default scenery. So this is not going to go well, pretty sure. But let me do something here. Oh, stand by. I'm going to teleport to the gate. Apologize. So let's go to gate 249.
Gate Alpha 301, taxi by Bravo 8 Sierra, Sierra 8, Echo 2D6 Blue, Echo 3. Gate Alpha 301 by Bravo 8 Sierra,
So A
2D6 Blue, Echo 3 Lufthansa
249. Just warp me there. And here we are. Magic. Alright, so before we do anything, after landing checklist, so we are turning off the weather systems and weather TCAS set to off. That's on the surveillance page. TCAS set to off, or in this case standby. Come on, come on. I'm pressing and I'm pressing and I'm pressing. Confirm. Terrain set to off. We didn't activate it. APU and APU start. Actually, we are at the gate, so we'll probably just request ground power. But anyway, let's turn it on because it's going to take a moment. APU start. Wing NTIs and engine NTIs to off. APU bleed will be on when available. Runway turn off. Landing lights. Nose lights. Beacon to off. Let's request. APU. There it goes. And the chocks. So engine can turn off now. There we go. Alright, so we can also turn off the APU bleed. We no longer need it. APU master switch to off. And parking checklist. Parking brake is set. Nav aids set to off. As well as constraint and traffic off. Flight directors 1 and 2 to off. This plane does not have a way to turn off flight directors, so ND ARC 10, ARC 10, and ARC 10. NTIs is off. Engine master switches to off. Fuel pumps to off. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Beacon is off. Seatbelt signs to off. As well as our no smoking, no mobile, I mean. External power is on, transponder to off. Alright, here we go, and cockpit door set open. Oops. Alright guys, not the smoothest flight ever, but at least we got here in one piece. So once more, the gates don't move. GSX is definitely messing. I believe it has something to do with the conflict in the scenery, but we are in the Lufthansa gate, and yeah, the passengers are, you can just imagine they're being unloaded. So GSX will always have these tiny issues that are gonna bug us. But at least, hey, the cargo isn't being unloaded. So yeah, this was a great flight. Sorry about the hiccups in the beginning. Sorry about I had to take that phone call. Yeah. Remember guys, life is short. Do what you please if it means it pleases you and doesn't harm anyone else. And make sure that whenever life throws you lemons, do make that lemonade, because it will happen quite often. And appreciate your family, appreciate your friends, because you never know, man. You never know. So, happy flying, Sorry it was a rushed approach, but I really need to turn off now because I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed with stuff. And so, hope you guys can join me next time. Like I always say, there's always something happening, but the next flight will be better. See you guys the next time. Bye-bye.
I love to fly up in the sky. Through the clouds I reach so high, climbing up to touch the
Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Mircea. Thank you, Andrew. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.
The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dreams begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. The stars above begin to shine, painting trails so bright and fine. Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dreams begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the drums begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the